Al-Qaida and IS call on followers to strike Israeli, U.S. and Jewish targets.
Here's a summary of the article.
Al-Qaida and Islamic State have called on their followers to strike Israeli, U.S. and Jewish targets, raising the prospect of new terrorist violence in the Middle East or the West. In a series of statements over the past 2 weeks, affiliates of Al-Qaida congratulated Hamas on its invasion of Israel, a reference to the terrorist attacks that killed 1,400 people, mainly civilians, on 7 October. A recent statement from Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda's powerful affiliate in Somalia, said the conflict in the Middle East was not just the battle of the Islamic factions in the land of Palestine in particular, but rather the battle of the entire Muslim Ummah. According to the Long War Journal, a news website specializing in Islamist violence, Al-Qaeda's branches in North and West Africa praised the Hamas attacks on Israel and called for further violence against Jews. Al-Qaeda has previously been critical of organizations such as Hamas and Hezbollah, and has no significant presence either in Gaza or the West Bank. There is bitter rivalry between IS and Al-Qaeda, leading to competing rhetoric from both as they seek to attract recruits. IS lost its so-called caliphate in Syria and Iraq, while Al-Qaeda's veteran leader Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed in a drone strike last year.
This post received a score of 9,300, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
To the surprise of absolutely no one. Who could have seen this coming?
Aside from literally everybody, reminds me of when Fox News would lose their shit over Al-Qaeda making shitty videos where they would threaten to wipe the US off of the map.
Because that has turned out so well for them in the past. Speaking of, how is IS holding territory? Oh yes, practically none now.
Mali, Niger, Algeria and Mozambique. Interactive map.
These are existing jihadi movements that rebranded themselves as ISIS when that was in vogue. Their continued existence shouldn't be credited to the main group. Bahaha. Did you just play the hipster genre card on Islamic terrorist groups? The sub-Saharan has lacked the feverish passion seen in their Syrian and Iraqi counterparts, and they never managed to transcend the reserved and impersonal stylings of terror that are more at home under the Boko Haram umbrella.
I bet they'd love a Wolf Cola right about now.
Wolf Cola everyone. The right cola for closure.
Always telling that none of these organizations actually care about helping the citizens of Gaza. Just killing others.
You just don't understand. This is what resistance looks like, just in case, cause there are probably people out there tweeting that exact phrase.
Those two are kind of special in that they already trying to do all that before this, now they will do it harder. Also is have the tendency to attack everyone close them, not just infidels, so an IS resurgence may really help Israel right now.
The UK has already had a, for Palestine, terror attack.
I mean in Glasgow just along from my house there was a non-viable bomb found in a car park the other day. They are now conducting inquiries to find out how it got there. My partner and I go to that restaurant for food and live beside there. It suddenly appears beside the BBC and STV buildings after everything that has been going on. I can only guess this is related.
Because publicity as much as fatality is the point and success leads to broader incitement.
Yep. Fear and disruption are the main objectives of terrorism, and an undetonated car bomb accomplishes both, whether it be a failed attack or intentional decoy. I can understand feeling helpless when something hits this close to home and no one else seems to care, but unfortunately giving too much publicity to it would only play right into their hands, and given the current lack of leads and suspects it can also encourage copycats, which would further complicate investigations.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.